My boss fired me for being too expensive after 18 years leading the engineering team. We can get 3 junior engineers for your salary. He smirked during my termination meeting. I nodded politely and wished him well. Nothing personal, just cost-cutting, he added. I left without complaint, cleared out my desk, and said goodbye. His panic calls began when he realized what I'd taken with me. My name is Alan, and I wasn't just any engineer. I was head of cybersecurity for Metropolitan Trust Bank, the largest financial institution in our state. 18 years of monitoring every transaction, every transfer, every digital footprint that crossed our servers. Walter Kellerman, my boss, thought he was untouchable. Regional VP, corner office, personalized license plates reading Banker 1. He'd been my supervisor for the last 8 years, ever since he transferred from our commercial lending division. What Walter didn't know was that I'd been watching him since day one. It started small, dormant accounts that hadn't been touched in over 5 years. Legally, we were supposed to report them to the state. Instead, Walter had been skimming tiny amounts, $20 here, $50 there. Never enough to trigger our fraud detection systems. But over 8 years, I calculated it at $847,000. I documented everything. Screenshots of his access logs, time-stamped photos of his computer screen, copies of emails he sent to his girlfriend bragging about his investment portfolio. The girlfriend, by the way, wasn't his wife of 23 years. Elizabeth Kellerman had no idea her husband was cheating or stealing. The morning after my termination, I was having coffee when my phone rang. Unknown number. Alan, this is Elizabeth Kellerman, Walter's wife. I got your number from the company directory. I almost choked on my coffee. Mrs. Kellerman, how can I help you? I'm filing for divorce. My lawyer says Walter's been hiding assets, offshore accounts, cash purchases, things that don't match his salary. Do you know anything about irregularities in his work? Perfect timing. Actually, Mrs. Kellerman, I might have some information that could help your case. We met at a coffee shop downtown. Elizabeth looked tired, defeated. 23 years of marriage, she told me, and she discovered the affair 3 months ago. Walter had been sloppy. Restaurant receipts for 2, hotel charges on weekends when he claimed to be at banking conferences. I slid a USB drive across the table. This contains documented evidence of financial irregularities in your husband's work accounts. You'll want to give this to both your divorce attorney and the FBI's white-collar crime division. Her eyes widened as I explained what Walter had been doing. The dormant accounts, the systematic theft, the paper trail I'd meticulously assembled. Why are you helping me? She asked. Because your husband told me it was nothing personal, just cost-cutting. Well, this isn't personal either, just justice. 2 days later, Walter's first panic call came at 6 a.m. Alan, what the hell did you do? The FBI raided my office. They've frozen my accounts. My wife's lawyer is demanding financial records going back 8 years. I was making pancakes for my daughter. That sounds serious, Walter. But I'm retired now, remember? You said you could get 3 junior engineers for my salary. Please, we need to talk. I can explain everything. Actually, you don't need to explain anything to me, but you'll probably want to get a good criminal defense attorney. The second call came that afternoon, then a third. By evening, he was practically sobbing into the phone. Alan, please, meet me somewhere. We can work this out. I'll reinstate your position, give you a raise, whatever you want. I thought about 18 years of loyalty, 18 years of working weekends, missing family dinners to handle security emergencies, watching Walter take credit for systems I designed. You know what I want, Walter? I want exactly what you gave me. Nothing personal, just cost-cutting. The FBI investigation moved quickly once they had my documentation. Walter had been sloppy about covering his tracks, probably thinking no one would ever notice the pattern. The bank's internal audit team, once they knew what to look for, found even more irregularities. Elizabeth's divorce attorney used the evidence to freeze Walter's assets and secure a favorable settlement. She got the house, the cars, and half of everything he hadn't stolen. The criminal trial lasted 6 months. Walter pled guilty to embezzlement, fraud, and money laundering. 25 years federal prison. Full restitution required. I testified as the key witness and qualified for the whistleblower reward program. $250,000 for exposing financial crimes. The day Walter was sentenced, I got a call from the bank's new president. They wanted to offer me Walter's old position, regional VP of security, with a team of 12 engineers reporting to me. Sometimes the most expensive employee is the one who knows where all the bodies are buried, and sometimes patience really is worth 18 years of waiting.